Elon Musk just tentatively greenlit a Vine revival. This was 8 hours ago. An XAI employee tweeted out or posted out and said, XAI now owns Vine. What should we do with it? And Elon Musk commented 2 hours later, so this was 6 hours ago, feel free to take that on. But this has been being explored for a while. A big Tesla investor in January said, I think it's time to bring Vine back, and then tagged Elon Musk, and Elon said, we're looking into it. And when Elon bought Twitter now over 2 years ago, he showed himself playing around with Vine. What's interesting is I remember Elon saying that, he said this publicly, that he didn't want to get TikTok. When everyone thought TikTok was going to be shut down earlier this year and it was looking into potential buyers, and Elon's like, I'm not interested. And he said he didn't want TikTok because it wasn't important for free speech, not in the same way that Twitter was. That's what he said, if I remember correctly. But X has in now a short form video tab in its app. Now, X isn't an app revolving around video in the same way that TikTok is, but it still has a feed like this in the same way that LinkedIn put one in. Everyone started, after the success of Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, all the other major social media platforms were like, we need a video tab in. So it would be interesting if X had just a standalone video product like this to take on TikTok, to take on Instagram Reels. So if you don't remember Vine was founded in 2012, and then it was purchased. It was acquired by Twitter only 4 months later for $30 million. 4 months after it was founded, it was acquired by Twitter in 2012. And it's responsible for huge creators like Jake Paul and Logan Paul and David Dobrik, King Bach, and Zach King. They all got their starts on Vine. And what happened was, after 4 years of Twitter operating Vine just couldn't keep up with Snapchat. It couldn't keep up with Instagram. It was a crazy moment. And then in 2016, Twitter announced there would be no new uploads for Vine. And a year later, in 2017, it shut down. Vine was looping clips of up to 6 seconds long, and you could only record through its in-app camera. And you could only do this while holding the screen. It was just a very unique feature set. And actually in 2016, before disabling uploads, Vine announced it was experimenting with letting users attach video clips up to 140 seconds. And so this would have turned it into an early TikTok, and instead it shut down. It was just a crazy fumble by Twitter, a crazy fumble. Everyone thought so when Vine shut down. Crazy, like how could they mess this up? And it wasn't that people weren't interested in the format. People were interested in the format, but Twitter didn't handle it well. Now, if Vine relaunched, would it only be up to 6 seconds long, like old Vine? Probably not. If you look at the velocity with which Twitter X has added features, you could expect this too with Vine if it actually gets revived. X is constantly adding new features, updating old features, removing features, experimenting, A/B testing. You could totally expect this with Vine if it gets revived. But honestly, the 6 second thing, the 6 second limit on Vine, it forced creators to innovate, to figure out how to make interesting things within its time constraints. I think if Vine came back, a few days ago, I had on this woman, Blake Lloyd, on the podcast. She's 24 years old. Her company's doing multiple millions ARR. She started it 4 years ago, but 4 years before that, she started a business doing eyelashes for women. She was just taking on clients in her parents' bedroom. At 16 years old, she was doing this. And throughout everything, she was posting career updates or updates on her work onto Instagram. And this was before Instagram had on Reels, which of course, Instagram took Reels from the success of TikTok. Instagram also took stories from Snapchat. And if there was a success with Vine, with this new format, I'm sure Instagram would incorporate it in some way. But so Blake Lloyd, she's sharing updates every day, basically doing what people do with Build in Public with technology. And she's doing this with her career. And after doing this for 4 years, just spending 5 minutes every day to post to Instagram, this is what I did today. A few posts, not a lot of time. She has this big go-to-market with which she can launch her new lash company, and it quickly explodes. And now it's one of the biggest eyelash supply companies there is. And that was just because while she was making money from client work, and then she opened a salon making money from that, she's also sharing updates every day on Instagram. And this also helped her get business before she was developing this go-to-market for the supply company. And so if Vine does get revived, 6 seconds is actually perfect to share quick career updates or side hustle updates, things that you're learning, life updates. 6 seconds is perfect to do that with. Here's this interesting thing that I learned with vibe coding. I just made this, I used this new feature, or I just got this result, or I just failed and I learned this. And honestly, a lot of information can be shared with 6 seconds. A lot more than people think. The other reason that this is interesting is just new platforms and algorithms are always changing and emerging. Instagram is now giving less views to bigger creators, whereas TikTok is actually giving more, and it used to be the opposite. Even SEO, the March 2025 core algorithm update just rolled out. Forums used to be a great idea. It would be a great idea to add a forum to your independent website. And now because of this update, forums are tanking. They're tanking in visibility in Google search. The one thing I'll say, so I am at 880 days, consecutive days posting on TikTok and Instagram Reels. I post a lot of digital marketing content, build in public content. I'm at 110,000 followers on TikTok and 150,000 on Instagram, 880 days in a row. The biggest thing is just set up an automation to have your videos back up automatically to Google Drive. I use reusevideo.com. I'm their biggest power user and their biggest affiliate. I love this tool. It makes it so my videos automatically back up to Google Drive. It also makes it so my videos simultaneously come out onto Snapchat, onto Pinterest, onto LinkedIn, all these other places simultaneously. It's just an automation. And so now, for example, like this is a new feature within Instagram, trial reels. Trial reels make it so when you upload a video, it's only shown to non-followers. And so now I'm taking all of my viral videos where I actually promote stuff, where I share stuff that makes me money, and I'm uploading those to the trial reels feature, and I'm getting all these new customers from it because trial reels is pushing out these viral sales videos to people who have not engaged with them before. The other thing is if you're doing video is being so highly prioritized in Google search. And if you have a target keyword and you add that to the beginning of your video description and the beginning of your video title, you might see that 8 hours later or less, video is now ranking number 1 for your keyword in Google search, above all the articles, above everything else. That's crazy. And it'll stay ranking for months. So much interesting stuff is happening around video. And it's crazy if Elon Musk and XAI actually bring back Vine. So that's what's going on. And if you want a form of marketing that brings you qualified customers and users and warm leads every day from Google search without ad spend, check out compactkeywords.com. That's my 0 to 100 SEO program. And that is all for episode 633 of The Edward Show. This is my daily digital marketing podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.